Hey, just a quick update on Project Recreate My First Car. I take you and let you see what I've got done, what my plans are, what I've got ordered, and the direction of the car. The only thing I forgot to say is I need this car done by June where we can go on a power tour.
All right, hey guys. I thought I'd just do a little update on Project Recreate My First Car. I've been putting a lot of little shorts and stuff on it. One thing, I have bad internet. Actually, I don't have any internet out here at the shop. And I'm fixing to work on that. And if you've seen some of them, I got me some new toys that'll help me out, hopefully with my videos and stuff. I'm actually using one of them now. So I just want to give you an update on where I'm at. And like I said, this is slow go stuff now, but boy, coming this weekend, next week, all my stuff's going to be in here. So let me tell you what we've done here. So here we go. I know it kind of looks like we bounced around, but I've done everything I could on this car until I could figure out exactly what pieces I need to get for it. So I mocked up the whole front suspension on the car, and I took it off. I done some trading. I bought that whole front end for like $100 to make sure that the swap I'm wanting to do would work, and it did. So I ordered all of that stuff new yesterday for the suspension. The only thing I didn't get ordered was the rotors. And to be honest with you, I'd have to look over here on my sheet. I can't remember if I ordered the shocks. And I got a couple other things. The drag link and stuff didn't come with the kit, so we're going to see how we need to do with that. But so I got all that front end ordered on that thing. I stripped all this here off that you've seen in the other videos, and put a rust inhibitor / primer, stuff that I've never used before, but I'm trusting the process on this thing, and man, it just really come out nice. So now I'm torn whether to slick this up and leave it black or paint it gray, the color of the car that I was originally wanting to too. I got the dash all taken care of. The reason the radiator support looks like this and there's not anything much done on the radiator support, it looks worse than it is, and I can fix the radiator support, but we're going to see how the funds and the are once I get through and all the stuff I ordered yesterday goes through the bank there, because, you know, it takes money to build one, so even though I'm trying to do it on the thrifty. So we're going to see, and in that way I'll know if I want to fix the radiator support or not. I actually have this piece right here that I cut off the car that I got from you-know-who. And I'm going to put that piece there in there, so I've got that. I've been really working on the car, got this part of it done, got the dash took care of. I had to take a stop, and I rust spray up in there, and you'll see that that's turned out really nice. When it turns white like that, you know it's doing its job. So all that, I coated that back over again, coated back over in the kick panels and things on it, and in the back here in the quarters, all that back in there. Reason this is still in here, I really ain't got anywhere to put it, so I'm fixing to do some major moving around this weekend. I have got, oh, wow, turn that thing over. I've got part of this back here taken care of. I've already got the floorboard, the floor pans here. I'll go back up here. I actually ended up ordering toe boards and stuff for it because I really didn't know for sure until I got in here how bad they were. And I could make some, but they were pretty cheap. They were like $80 a side, so I just ordered them. So thanks to my new friends there that bought the 65 two-door post, now I was able to order more things than I had originally ended up going to order because now I've got the funds to do it. So I've got probably 60% of the floor pan scraped off and ready to go. I re-rust moored it inside the trunk, so we'll get that taken care of. There's the balance panel. I got it in Florida. So that's where we're going to be at on the car. Small parts. I've been sandblasting like crazy. There's a whole big just gob of little pieces. There's the motor mounts, the shock mounts, the hood latch. There's the bracket that holds the steering column in, which I got to get it down here and get it taken care of. Over here on this side, I've got both of the interior quarter trim. I've got both of them sandblasted, ready to prime, and I'm going to put the hard primer on it. Got the control arms. I found a boo-boo in this control arm. It's actually bad. So luckily, the guy that I sold the 65 to, I gave him like 4 or 5 of them. He's going to bring me one this weekend because he doesn't need it. Here's the other table full of stuff that I've got to still cut to finish up. Hood hinges, the whatever you call radius rods, what I'm going to call them. And the only piece of the front end that I did not order, because I'm doing this Granada swap spindle thing on it, is I did not order this piece, or this piece, and that right there, of course, is still good. But everything else, I feel like I got a pretty good list of it, and I'm sure I'm going to miss some things on it. So I still got to clean this up. I don't have to clean this up because I'm getting everything all new on it. That was the whole reason I done it. Got new purchase, all kinds of stuff. That stuff's supposed to start coming in actually in a couple of days. So that's what I got on that side. Oh, there's my friend. I've been having 2 arms deep, plumb up to my elbows with that thing there for several days. Here's the engine that we're putting it in. There's a ton of videos on this about this little motor here that could. And if you've watched any of them there, this is almost, ooh, look at that. I was able to make that work. This is almost an exact replica of the motor that was literally in my first car. It's a 66 6-bolt 302 that is bored 30 over. It has all 289 internal parts in it, crank, rods, pistons, all that stuff. And if you would go back and check out that one about a pretty cool story on how I got this motor. Got it from a guy. It was his dad's. Put it in his mom's car. Dropped a bullet off down in the dang, I can't remember if it's number 1 or number 5 cylinder. Marked the cylinder. He took it out. Anyway, I end up with it. So this is almost an exact replica. Only difference in the motor part is that this motor doesn't have big valves and heavy port work and stuff on it. There a little bit of port work done on it. It's got the bigger 4-barrel valves in it, but nothing major on that. Camshaft went bad on it, which was exactly what was in the car back in the 80s. And I ended up getting with Anderson Motorsports, and I ordered a retrofit roller cam and a set of link bar Morel roller lifters and put in the thing. It was 1 number off both ways on the cam specs. So in essence, basically exactly the same cam. All this stuff right here was what I had on it back in the day. And yeah, I know there's better stuff. Don't want better stuff. I want the same stuff that was on my very first car. And we're really coming close. Right down to, I know it can come apart, but if it does, we'll fix it. Right down to the blue flex fan, the chrome fuel pump, everything. Intake's the same. Check out that Torker 289 intake that I found. Couldn't believe I found that. Even going back, even with the crazy old linkage that was on it. Got the Mallory dual point ignition, which if you do go back and look at that, it went bad on us, or we thought it went bad. And we ended up putting here it is actually. We ended up putting this right here in it and making it electronic ignition. Man, it was super easy. If you had a standard distributor, it wouldn't have took you 30 minutes to do it. It took us a little bit longer. Again, video of that because we had to do some grinding and stuff because that Mallory ignition is pretty blame tight in there. Got that. If you look right off down in there is the Mallory Voltmaster coil. We're going to use that. So the only thing that's different on this engine from mine is I had the old chrome Moroso valve covers, and I found these cool Howland Moody Cal custom made valve covers from the 60s, redone all those, and you can't really tell there's not a whole lot of difference. That's the color of the car off down in the crack there, and off down in the crack up here on the breather. Yes, I had one of the triangle Firebomb foam Elderbrock breathers on it, which I got one, but I'm going to use that one right there. So that's the only 2 things that's changed on that. I put chrome headers on it. It had a set of hooker headers on it back in the day. There's the 164 tooth flywheel that I looked forever for. Finally got it. Correct plate, whatever the heck that is. Waiting on that stuff to come back. So that's everything to do with the motor. Just waiting on the flywheel bolts, or not flywheel bolts, but the pressure plate bolts and the Loctite to do it. I'm just going to do it all at one time, and we'll be able to put that on there. So that's that far. Then you go over here on this side. Got parts everywhere. Go over here on this side, and there is the Borg-Warner T10 4-speed. Now, it's almost like it. This is a wide ratio Borg-Warner T10. My car back in the 80s had a short, close ratio T10, but I'm not going to be drag racing like I was back then, so I don't see it's going to make that much difference in it. So all that's cleaned up. Got that from a wonderful guy I met down in, I think he's plumb over in Manchester, Murfreesboro. His name's Troy. Great guy. Got the transmission stuff from. Found the bell housing on Marketplace. Picked it up in Sevierville. Got the yoke back here for the drive shaft. I got it at the Turkey Run down in Florida. There is the Magna 500 wheels that I've got all 4 of them redone, and the new set of Cooper Cobra tires that I got from Troy also. There is the new 11-inch clutch, pressure plate, throw-out bearing, and all that stuff like that. It's like a street strip type deal. It's supposed to be good to like 450. Probably not going to make nowhere near that kind of horsepower, but there you go. There's the old Lakewood ladder bars that I redone every inch of them things, even redone the joints and stuff on it. They're ready to go on the car. Mr. 9-inch Ford rear end is already cleaned up, put together, new every piece on it. I put I think it's Quick Performance positive traction unit in it. And this is, in fact, the rear end that was in my very first car. That's the reason that I left the janked up backing plate on it. You might can see it down there at the bottom where I went sliding down the road in that thing back in the day when I didn't get the tire or the wheels mounted on there, lug nuts tied on it. So I got the same gear, same rear end, same ladder bars, all that. There is the Granada swap front spindles. These I thought were right. They're actually 5 on 4 3/4, and I need 5 on 4 1/2. So I've got new rotors. I hadn't got the rotors coming yet, but I'm going to get them coming because I figured I'd probably messed up something other on it. Got all new brake cables, lines, all that stuff like that. So that's the rear end of the car. Then the stuff over here has been done forever. This is just a cool place to put it while I had it. There is the sun tack up on the top that was exactly like the one that was in my car that my very good longtime friend LB hooked me up with. There, if you can see it back in the, let's see if I can make this work here. Yeah, there we go. Look, there is the Scott 64 Sprint tag that was on my car all the way through high school. I got that thing. I had that in the early 80s, painted up in Pigeon Forge at one of the rod runs. There's a Mr. Gasket shifter T-handle right there. I painted red inside of it instead of black. I'm going to put me a Cal Custom big old foot pedal on it, and I got the dimmer switch too. And yes, that's actually a real Cal Custom one, old one, crusty one that I redone. There is the Mr. Gasket shifter, exactly like the one I had, and in that plastic bag is all the linkage. That's already been done. I'm going to actually put it on the transmission while we've got it out to make sure that it works like it's supposed to be. There is a pretty close cassette deck from back in the day to go in it. There is the Sprint steering wheel that it actually was it's the correct center horn button, but the steering wheel was actually black, and a real Sprint is supposed to be wood grain. I never did like the wood grain anyway. This steering wheel was black. I painted Firethorn red to match the interior of the car. There is the rear panel that goes on the back of it. There, if you went back, and you can go back and look at that one, this is actually a Futura rear panel, and I cut that Sprint out and glued that in and took the future out of it. There's your firebomb breather I told you I still had in there. And then I've been putting stuff over here as I get it done. Excuse me. As I get everything done, here's all the linkage, the wiper linkages and stuff. Here's a clutch link, gas pedal. Getting a new one of them. So there's all the bracketry for that. You look in here, there's the horns that's all done on it. There's the heater controls. There's the master cylinder. The proportioning valve and stuff to put the disc brakes on it is in there somewhere. Right there's the chevrons that's already all done and painted up and all that. So we've got all of that right there done. And, one other thing I got. My buddy Steve couldn't believe it when he come over here and I showed him these. But I literally found a set of, check it out, a big set of Jensen's 6x9s that were exactly like what was in my car, and these have never had a wire hooked up to them. I couldn't believe I found them things. Now I'm missing some stuff on it, but anyway, that's where I'm at on the car, and I appreciate y'all watching. We'll get back to doing some work on the car this weekend, and then next week when all the other pieces come in, we are really going to be doing some thrashing on the car. Oh, and I forgot. This is the set of gauges that I had, like I had on my car. These Sun Pro gauges. So I've got a voltmeter, and then I've also got the water temperature right there, but I do not have an oil gauge. I've got one, but it's not nice. And so I'm on the hunt for one of them. Anybody know where I can get me one? Let a fella know, because that's one piece left on it. And I decided, I found this old 1984 dealer tag, Tennessee dealer tag, which that's what my car would have had on it the whole time back in the 80s, because my dad still had the car lot. And I was going to have that transfer, but I'm going to get me a personalized tag to go on it. There's a list of all the stuff that's coming for it. Front, back. Oh, mercy. Bankrupted me. So, but that's where we're at. Again, truly do appreciate y'all hanging out with me in my little man cave. I'm just tickled to death and beyond blessed to be able to build this old car back. It means a lot to me. So that's where we're at. Just wanted to give you an update. Thanks.